setting up a call center. But this is not your typical operation. These three are big-name scambusters with millions of followers online. Now, for the first time ever,
nice to meet you.
They're joining forces, giving us exclusive access to see them in action, infiltrating scammer networks so they can see their screens, hear their calls, and stop them in their tracks. Jim Browning is an icon among the world's good guy hackers, known as white hats.
How long have you been doing the scamming?
Sir, I'm not scamming you.
The video I'd produce on this would result in the largest arrest of scammers in any one location in the world.
How many scam centers do you think you've intercepted?
2,000 or 3,000 scam call centers. Every single time I can hear a phone call, I imagine that's my mother, my father, my grandma, my grandfather, and if I'm in a position to try to do something about it, absolutely, why wouldn't I do that?
Next, there's Kitboga. Online, he's a crime-fighting comedian.
I really appreciate you calling, but I'm in the middle of something with Geek Squad, so could you call me back later?
I'm with the Geek Squad. Can you just click on the boxes, please?
How do you explain to people what you do?
I try to play the perfect victim, and the way I do that is pretend to be the perfect target and see what kind of information I can get from them.
Ben is our final scam buster. His YouTube handle is Pleasant Green.
So yesterday I got this weird text message.
He tries to convince bad guys there's a better way.
I like to look at scammers as human beings, and I think that a lot of them do what they do because they might be in parts of the world where they can't find better opportunities. And so if I can convince a scammer that there's a better way to make a living, then I'm going to give them that opportunity.
All three will use their skill sets to fight the fraudsters.
You're going to see things that will shock you.
Three experts.
You're going to see tactics used by these scammers that you didn't think were possible.
2 days.
Well, hopefully we can find ways to disrupt what they're doing.
And one mission: stop scammers from stealing your money.
So I just hope that together we can put our powers together and do something really incredible.
We're still setting up when these three jump into action.
Okay, so we are listening in to a scammer. He's targeting both Canadian and American citizens.
The victim is about to send money.
This woman is terrified. She thinks that she's in legal trouble. I have her phone number and I keep trying to call her, but she won't answer my call because the scammer is saying, oh, that guy calling you, you know, he's trying to steal your money.
Our team has just minutes to save her. And if we can't reach her, we're calling her bank.
My name is Ben, and I'm calling to alert you that one of your members is likely going to be coming into that branch today, and she's going to want to withdraw some money, but I believe she's a victim of an internet scam.
After we share the victim's details with them, the bank flags the account for her protection.
Well, ultimately, we just reached out to law enforcement and we encouraged them to do a welfare check because we knew that her computer was being compromised and that she was being pressured to send money.
It's just the latest scam we've stopped. Something our team has been doing for nearly a decade.
110,000 altogether.
Almost $200,000.
These are real people who cannot afford to lose this money. You're taking it from them.
I'm calling to report what we believe is a fraud in progress.
The person you've been speaking with is a phone scammer. And I just want to make sure that you're not going to pay them any money.
Scam interrupted. Virtual high five.
Can the public safety minister explain why Canadians have to depend on the CBC to unearth this scam and protect Canadians?
It certainly helped that the CBC did their episode on Marketplace.
But the losses continue to grow. In 2024, Canadians report losing more than $630 million to cyber fraud. So you might ask, what authorities have been doing to protect us? Canada's Auditor General questions it too.
Canada needs to be better positioned to defend and protect Canadians.
Last year, Karen Hogan looks at how authorities are protecting us from cybercrime. Her report is a bombshell.
Well, what we found was that the organizations who are involved in fighting cybercrime or responding to it don't have the tools and the capacity that they need to properly enforce Canada's cybercrime legislation.
An alarm, warning of agencies not talking to each other, and tens of thousands of complaints from Canadian victims never being sent to the right investigators.
And they didn't forward it on to the one that was responsible, or an organization just didn't get back to an individual to let them know, you reported this to the wrong place, you should send it somewhere else.
It must be surprising to a lot of Canadians to think that when you report a cybercrime, sometimes it's not ending up in a place where it can be investigated.
And I think that speaks to the confusion, right? It stands to reason that there's so many parties involved in fighting cybercrime. So all of those parties need to work together and share information.
All those agencies involved in fighting cybercrime agree with the recommendations in her report and acknowledge more needs to be done. Back at our fraud fighting center, our trio are working together, tapping into a scam operation impersonating PayPal, an online portal for making payments.
They send out fake invoices, and I can hear them at the minute telling people that what they need to do to cancel this supposed invoice is to download something from the App Store that will give them remote access to their victims.
Jim has hacked into the fraudsters' computer networks.
You're hearing the scammers in your headpiece right now.
I am. It looks like this scammer is able to see the victim's computer and they've logged into their bank account.
How much money is in that bank account?
A very substantial amount. On one account alone, there's nearly 250,000.
Whoa, so there's a lot that could be lost.
Ben has to move fast.
So I'll try calling her right now.
Identifying the victim, racing to stop her life savings from disappearing.
Hi, is this Geraldine? My name is Ben.
It's a tense moment.
Yeah. It sure is, but it pays off. Swindle shut down.
They look so real and they come from PayPal.com. It's a legitimate PayPal invoice, but in the description they write, if this looks wrong, call 1-800 number. That's not PayPal, it's these guys. So it's a very pervasive scam.
PayPal tells us they're working to protect customers from evolving scams while encouraging customers to remain mindful online. Next up, our fraud squad is taking on those posing as Best Buy's Geek Squad, offering tech support.
You get an email that says your subscription is ending, your credit card is going to be charged $500 for the year. If you did not authorize this, please call this number. And this person is taking calls right now.
Ben hears the con man connect with a Canadian victim.
So this is a person in Montreal. Right now the victim is talking about this email. The scammer's saying, I need to cancel it from my side.
That's our cue to intervene. We try to reach the victim over and over, hoping she'll put the scammer on hold and take our warning call.
Hello? Oh, yes, hello. My name is David Common. I'm calling from CBC Marketplace. I believe what you've just hung up from was potentially a scam. Were they claiming to be Geek Squad?
Yes, Geek Squad.
Yeah.
Protection.
But it was not Geek Squad. Je vais parler en français. Oui, allez, c'était un scam. C'est pas un vrai numéro. OK? C'était un scam. Et est-ce que c'est un courriel ou un texto? Qu'est-ce qui se passe pour vous?
C'est un courriel qui est rentré.
OK. Alors, c'est pas un vrai courriel. It's not a real email.
They are just seconds from getting remote access to her computer, and with it, they could access her bank account and take all her money.
What they will do is they will try to get access to your computer, and from that
Exactly what they were saying.
You would never want to give somebody else access to your computer when it's something like this. Okay? You did the right thing.
Minutes later, we see more victims about to pay up.
And there's a new call on there.
And you can see that other people are calling in. So this
area
scammer's
code
like,
204, that's Manitoba. 506, that's New Brunswick.
Hello?
Yes, hello. My name is David Common. I'm calling from CBC Marketplace. You have been on the phone with somebody, and that is a scam.
No, I phoned.
Yeah, you have called a scam center. So they are trying to get access to your computer. From that,
How do I stop them?
Okay, don't call them back, and if they call you back, just hang up on them. Did they install anything on your computer? You give them access?
They were trying to, right? Let me just.
I'm trying to cancel Geek Squad.
This came in, it's all fake. Everything is fake. They're trying to steal your money. You go to Best Buy, where Geek Squad is, just go there.
Thank you for letting me know.
Not at all. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Nice. Persistence.
Yeah, that was nicely done. That was great. Really cool.
It's a good feeling. There was this moment where she said, "I'm just trying to cancel Geek Squad. Like, David, leave me alone. I want to." So there's this, you could tell that she for sure thought she was talking to Geek Squad.
We've warned the targets. Now, it's time to flip the script on the scammer.
Oh, this one's yours now. Okay. I'll pass the ball to you.
I'm going to try to call the same scammer that
was just trying to take advantage of the victim we just saved. That scammer uses the name Alina, and Kit is fighting back with one of his many fake personas. This time, it's Old Man Richard.
Hello, Alina. I'm calling to cancel my Geek Squad subscription.
Now listen up, because you're about to hear the scammer's side for the first time.
I don't want to pay for it, Alina.
Okay, first confirm me the ID.
Well, Kitboga's wasting this scammer's time. Ben, over here, actually has the scammer's screen up.
I can hear her microphone. I can see her computer. I can see that she's giving him instructions to download some screen control software.
You have to confirm me the correct ID and the correct password so you can receive the cancellation form. You want to cancel the subscription,
the
right?
password.
The team loads a message onto their screens to throw the scammer off her game.
Oh, this is exciting. All three of us on the same scam.
When she asks for remote access, she sees this, a Geek Squad scam alert, leaving her totally confused.
From where you have received
I
that?
have no idea. Did you put that on my computer?
No.
Are you scamming me?
You haven't been connected to the cancellation server.
The cancellation server?
She hangs up in frustration. But now I'm calling her back.
Thank you for calling Geek Squad. This is Alina. How can I help you?
What will a scammer say when the jig is up?
I'm wondering why you scam.
And we're upping the ante.
By me just hitting the green button on this telephone means that I am the next person that scammers call.
Watch our experts rope in dozens of scammers all at once from around the world. That's coming up. We're calling scammers up and calling them out with some of the world's best at busting.
Oh, what you got you?
Kitboga's been on the line with a scammer pretending to be Geek Squad tech support.
Thank you for calling Geek Squad. This is Alina. How can I help you?
After wasting her time and intercepting some of her scam calls, it's time for me to confront her.
Hi, Alina. My name is David. I'm a journalist with a Canadian television program called Marketplace. I'm wondering why you scam. Why do you scam? And she hung up.
That was the sigh of defeat, and she hung up.
We've defeated this scammer, and now we're going where experts are trying to defeat them all. We're in Las Vegas, about to meet fraud fighters from around the world.
I'm excited and honored to welcome you to the 35th Annual ACFE Global Fraud Conference.
Thousands are here. Fraud examiners, investigators, those with software solutions, even law enforcement. Forensic accountant John Tonsek explains how fraudsters manipulate our emotions to make money.
It is striking about how many people feel they've just fallen under a trance of some sort. Why is that?
It's the trust trap. People want to believe. They have to believe they can trust each other.
You're my friend.
Exactly.
I'm here to help you. And they know how to play on those emotions.
Oh, they absolutely do.
He uses magic to show us what he's talking about.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, sure.
I'll take this one. You take this one. Close your hand.
Yeah.
Put it palm down just like this.
Yeah.
When I say 3, you say go.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go.
Did you see it go?
No.
See, mine's gone, and you have 2. Go ahead, open your hand.
That's crazy.
That's magic.
Tell me, how do you make this connect to what fraudsters are doing to their victims?
The same techniques, you know, I mean, magicians manipulate through sleight of hand and misdirection, or lying and cheating, as you might call it. Fraudsters do exactly the same thing. I call it malicious magic.
A scammer is using malicious magic in this call. It's one you've probably heard before.
Hi, this is a call from the Visa Security Department. We have seen a recent order on your Visa card on eBay for Apple iPhone 11 Pro. The amount charged is $798.99. If you have not made the charge, please press 1 immediately.
Fraudsters claiming there's a suspicious charge on your credit card, but Jim's using his skills to intervene.
I've set things up in a way that we should be able to be the next person they call.
Right away, Kit stumbles upon a victim about to pay up.
What's your area code?
416.
That's right here in Toronto.
He's trying to install like a remote connection tool right now, so I would say if we could stop it before, now would be a great time.
We can see he's on the phone with the scammer.
Hey there. Please set your call to our voice message system.
But we're not stopping until we get through.
Yes, hello. Listen, I'm a journalist from CBC. That call that you were on, that's a scam.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah, appreciate that.
No problem. If you have a question about your credit card, turn your credit card over, use the phone number on the card. Don't ever worry about a phone call coming in. That's a scam.
I appreciate you for interrupting that.
No problem.
I'm retired now. Yeah, I had 28 years of military service as a military chaplain.
A military chaplain. Okay, well, I'm glad that we've been able to get this information to you.
Cool.
Not bad.
Time to up the ante. Jim rolls out a new weapon in his arsenal.
I've got what looks like a normal telephone keypad, but it's a very special sort of phone because what it does is it tracks phone calls from scammers. So I'm actually deliberately attracting real scam phone calls. And at the moment on this system, it's connected to 62 different scam call centers. And by me just hitting the green button on this telephone means that I am the next person that scammers call.
Wow.
And what I can do...
Running all sorts of different kinds of scams?
All sorts of different kinds of scams, and they will be targeting people in all sorts of countries, not just Canada, all over the world.
In just seconds, all kinds of scam calls start rolling in, including this one claiming to offer a loan.
Connecting.
May I speak to James?
Yes, this is he.
In reality, it's just an attempt to steal your personal info.
Hi sir, this is Robin Jones from La Advance America Loan Company. Actually, this call regarding to loan, so please confirm me, are you still looking for loan?
Time for Kit to use his superpower, switching back to his Old Man Richard voice.
Yes. Yes, I am.
How much loan amount are you looking for, sir?
17,000.
Okay, all right. And sir, how much amount can you afford per your monthly installment?
I want $17,000 for $100 a month. That's all I can afford.
All right. So please confirm me, sir, why do you need this loan, sir? Which reason?
I'm trying to make scarves for squirrels.
Okay, all right. And sir, how much you make a month after taxes?
How much do I make a month? 0.
Still, Kit gets approved for a fake loan.
Please confirm your checking account number, sir, for transfer the fund.
One quick second.
How long of an account number do you think I can give this guy?
10 digits.
10? I'm thinking like 20.
Yeah?
I'm just gonna keep going.
Just keep going.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
It's 4, 6, 3, 5.
After 5 minutes of repeating the fake account number,
549-849.
What are you saying?
463549. That's my account.
So sorry. All right, you're lying. Okay.
I would
sorry.
never lie. I would never lie.
I'm working like last 5 years. Okay.
You've been
All right.
You've been scamming people for
sir,
the last 5 years?
No, sir. I'm not scamming. Okay.
What is my account number?
God.
Oh. He said some not nice words at the end.
This scammer may be done with us, but Ben's got another plan kicking into action.
How much does the boss pay you?
He's trying to appeal to a scammer to call it quits.
You're working for him, you're making him rich. The work that you do puts money in his pocket, and what do you get? You just get to live with the guilt of scamming people for the rest of your life.
The scammer hangs up. But Ben still has hope because he's successfully pulled scammers out of the game before.
What's your play there?
I think that a lot of people have good in them, and they probably would be doing something better if there was a way to make honest money and not have to rip people off. They'd probably do that, I believe that. And sometimes maybe they just need to be reminded of that. And so I'm always trying to just kind of appeal to their inner angels and hopefully encourage them to think of something better to do with their life.
Identify different types of fraudsters.
Back at the Global Fraud Conference in Las Vegas, the psychology of a scammer is top of mind for certified fraud examiner Stephanie Mongello.
So if a fraudster is feeling pressure, usually financial pressure, like I need money now, if they see an opportunity to steal from someone or commit a fraud, and the rationalization element is that story that they tell themselves to make it morally acceptable to commit the fraud. The ability to kind of tell yourself a story that, oh, I really need this money, and grandma that I'm scamming doesn't. Or, you know, they live in a rich country and I live in a poor country. You know, those are the kind of things that will push just an average person over the line to actually committing a fraud.
Kitboga is using some psychology of his own, luring in a fraudster by sending a fake Bitcoin receipt. The scammer thinks he's getting valuable cryptocurrency.
Welcome to the Easy Send automated system.
But it's actually an impossible maze from which there is no escape.
The concept's pretty simple. I give a scammer a fake Bitcoin gift card or a receipt, and they think it's going to be easy to redeem. In their mind, it's a board game with no obstacles or challenges and free Bitcoin in the end.
I purchased $1,200 worth of Bitcoins like your manager told me, and I have a receipt. All you gotta do, I think, I'm no brainiac, is click that link and type in the code. I've sent this to my internet girlfriend before. It's very easy.
The scammer thinks he's won.
In reality, my team and I have designed a series of challenges and obstacles that make this literally impossible. I Photoshop a fake picture of a receipt that leads them to my website. And this is full of traps for them. No matter what happens, it will say that there was an error and they have to call customer service, which ends up being me or a bunch of automated bots and endless call queues just to waste their time.
And you'll never believe how much scammer time he's wasted.
107 days worth of time, 49 days worth of phone calls.
Holy moly.
So, how long does this swindler stay on?
Looks like he spent about an hour and 43 minutes so far trapped in the maze.
The phone line records everything on the fraudster's end.
Please let me know you're still there by saying purple porcupine.
Purple porcupine.
Purple porcupine. That's just to make sure that he's paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm gonna connect him to a recording of just a call center, as if someone picked up to answer, but doesn't realize he's on the other end. So you just hear a bustling call center in the background.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Imagine waiting 40 minutes and then
Hello?
no one's on the other end.
Hello?
He's
He
expecting.
thinks he's closer than he's ever been.
Yeah.
Just one last thing. Please tell us how we did.
That's a.
Oh my goodness.
It's a win in my book. 'cause-
It's a win, yes, it's a win. If seeing is believing, don't miss what's next.
I've actually got CCTV of this scam happening.
Is this live?
This is live, yeah.
We'll show you what it looks like at the center of a scam.
You realize how bonkers this is, that he's scamming the scammer while we watch the scammer on the scammer's own video, which he doesn't know we're watching.
Correct.
That's coming up. We've teamed up with sophisticated scambusters who crack into criminal operations overseas.
I've got something here. Ben, Kit, you might want to have a look at this.
So far, we've been hearing the fraudsters. Now, a scambuster named Scam Sandwich is helping Jim behind the scenes so we can see the scammers in real time.
I've actually got CCTV of this scam happening.
Is this live?
This is live, yeah. So this particular scam is in Pakistan, and they're pretending to be a US company called Xfinity.
Xfinity is one of the biggest telecom companies in the world.
They get inbound calls, so all of the calls they receive are because people have typed in Xfinity Help Desk or similar in a search engine. So we're actually able to see and hear the scam happening.
The scammers get a PIN code sent to your phone, and if you share it with them,
what they can do then is really take over your account. They will reset your password. When they've got your personal information, they have done things like sign you up for a loan agreement, and they steal money that way. So this is a very, very cruel
Like identity
scam.
theft, the whole thing.
The whole thing, yes.
while Jim does a deeper dive into the scam call center, Ben finds high-value items for sale on suspect sites.
These sites are a dime a dozen. There are so many of these sites that are selling classic cars and farm equipment, and there's just so many red flags. First and foremost being is that this site is less than a month old.
It claims to sell farm equipment.
This one's down in the States. When I look up the address, there actually is a TriStar truck equipment place. It doesn't look like they sell tractors, though. It looks like they just sell trucks.
Ben tracks down the real company and calls them up.
Hi there, my name is Ben. Is this TriStar and equipment?
TriStar truck equipment, yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Do you have a website, sir? I'm on your website that I think might be yours, but I'm not
I do
sure.
not have a website. If you're on that website, you're being scammed.
And how did you come to that conclusion?
Well, when they started doing this about 6 months ago, I called the local PD.
They've just taken your name and they're kind of posing as you in Tennessee, claiming to sell farm equipment, just kind of using your good name.
Yep.
So you don't even have a website then, right?
No, sir. I'm a one-man operation. I sell bucket trucks.
So that's the real business. Now it's time for us to call the fake one that claims to sell farm equipment.
My name is James from TriStar Truck and Equipment.
Yeah, I'm looking at your inventory. Is your website up to date?
Yes, I mean, everything that you see on the website is still available.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at this 2014 John Deere 610-5D. That's a great deal. What's the catch?
Not a single catch.
But the swindler only has one thing on his mind.
You're ready to make the payment today?
Yeah.
When exactly?
Well, I mean, as soon as you get me that invoice.
And it doesn't take long for him to send it over.
James, who's selling the tractor, has sent me the bill of sale, and he's addressed it to me. I said my name is Al Be Back.
Yes.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
You didn't notice?
No, we didn't. And so here it is. You can tell that's just kind of a fake signature. Once he knows that I'm committed to buying this tractor, he's going to give me that wiring instructions.
Those details could help expose the scammer's account, and authorities could use it to shut him down.
I also thought it might be funny for you to call him up and you can say, Al told me to stop by and take a picture and make sure it looks good.
Verify the details.
That it's there, yep.
Hey, James, I think you've been talking to my cousin, Al Be Back.
Yeah.
Listen, can I meet you out front or anything like that?
Sir, I'm in the office.
No, my cousin, he's so excited. Did he tell you everything, all the trouble he's having at the farm? Because this is going to be a lifesaver for him.
I understand, not a problem. But look, one thing. The warehouse is like 15 miles from us, sir.
Yeah, I can meet you down there. You want to send me the address?
Let me call my mechanic so I can see if everything is right, so he can meet you up.
Okay, yeah, 15 miles. I got Dixie Chicks, the whole CD right in the car, like the collector's set, so I'll get right down there.
The tractor trickster says he'll get back to us to confirm the visit.
Like, this moment is kind of what I live for, where we have it's right in front of them. To me, this is the perfect time to do whatever we want.
A few minutes later, he calls back.
Okay, here he is.
Oh.
Look, I discussed with the mechanics.
Yeah.
Got some pretty bad news.
What?
Now, the warehouse is closed, first of all, for the moment. And the second, the tractor was sold 3 days ago.
Not surprising. But Ben's happy because he's wasted the scammer's day.
This is a scam that might be posing as a legitimate business in the American South. I want to go, Jim, back to Pakistan, get an update from you on what's happening inside this call center you have eyes on.
Yeah, so through a process of elimination, I've worked out that the guy in the checked shirt here is the one I'm currently listening to. You can also see the files on his computer. And what I've been able to see is things like checks from victims of this scam. So they obviously want money.
Time for Kit to call up the very same scammer we're seeing on their own security cameras.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I'd like to know my account balance because I'm not sure if I've paid my last statement or not.
So at the moment, he's talking to the guy in the shirt here with the loud headphones. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's the verification code for?
It's for verifying the phone number for your account.
You realize how bonkers this is, that he's scamming the scammer while we watch the scammer on the scammer's own video, which he doesn't know we're watching.
Correct.
And what was your name again, young man? Harrison?
Harry.
What number is this? Is this how I call you if I get disconnected?
Yeah, that's my direct extension number from 266278.
266-278. I need 4 more digits. That's not enough digits for a phone number.
Well, that's
Oh, he actually... I think they just hung up on me.
Up next, the bad guys have a new weapon that's making it even easier to make off with your money.
What is AI like for a scammer?
Oh, it's a playground.
One of the hot topics this year at this conference.
This sounds identical to me, and I'm me. That's not me.
We'll show you just how scary it can be after the break. Scams are getting more dangerous, more sophisticated, and ever more convincing. And the rise of artificial intelligence is only making it easier.
It's helping them sound more polished and professional. It's also helping them to create images and videos of different people that they might be impersonating. So it's just becoming very, very scary with what AI is capable of.
All the scammers need is a few seconds of someone's voice to clone it.
These days, you are likely to encounter scams where you get AI to mimic victims' voices. And of course, scammers will take advantage of that because if it sounds like this is a relative speaking to you, then obviously you're more inclined to believe it.
Marilyn Crawford believes it.
Yeah, you'll have to wait a little bit. That's
Her
fine.
son, Kevin, wonders whether AI tricked her in a complicated con with scammers pretending to be the police.
Kevin, your mom, Marilyn, gets this phone call early in the morning, wakes her up. What do they say?
We have your grandson in custody. He has been involved with a car theft, and we need $9,000 to release him.
It's known as the grandparent scam.
They said, here, we have Ian here, we're gonna put him on the phone. And he goes, hi, Grandma. Yeah, I got in trouble here. The police say they need some money to release me or they're gonna keep me in jail.
But it's not really Ian. Scammers may have cloned Ian's voice from his social media posts.
In that moment, did you believe it was your grandson in trouble?
I did. I really did. That's why I was anxious to get him the money out. Oh, yeah. I'd do anything for my grandchildren.
Mother said, I don't drive. I'm not well enough to drive. I can't get to the bank.
Right, yeah.
And they said, that's no problem. We'll send you a taxi.
That taxi, sent by the scammers, takes her to the bank. But inside, an alert teller spots the scam.
They called me, and I said, I think your mother's involved with a scam. Can you come pick her up?
How did you feel in the moment?
Terrible. I was just sick. I didn't know what to do.
I hate these people that target seniors. They target vulnerable people, and they're taking thousands and thousands of dollars. They can't afford to pay out the money. That's their retirement money. But they're going forward with this because they'll do anything for their kids and grandchildren.
And that's what fraudsters are betting on, according to experts at the Global Fraud Conference.
What is AI like for a scammer?
Oh, it's a playground. It's like someone going into a candy store.
And Peter Warmka knows. The former CIA agent shows us just how easy it is.
Tell me how good it can be. You've got an example.
Well, actually, I got one.
Hi, this is David Commons reporting from Las Vegas, Nevada at the 35th Annual ACFE Global Fraud Conference. This event brings together thousands of fraud fighters from around the world where they can network and share insights.
That's nuts.
Is that you?
One of the hot topics this year at this conference.
This sounds identical to me. And I'm me. That's not me.
This is why it's so important to have this public awareness, right? Which is key, like what you're doing here today.
Peter's pro tip, have a code word with your loved ones. So the next time you get a call, you know who's on the other line.
All you need to have is a security word, security phrase that's agreed upon between family members that if we receive this telephone call, you know, with some sort of emergency, if that code word is not used, it is fraudulent.
Why is it important for you to talk about your experience?
Because it's still in the back of my mind.
It's changed your life.
It's changed it completely.
What about you, Kevin? Why is it important to speak out?
Because I don't want it to happen to anybody else. So you got to put the word out to stop this. People would maybe say, I saw this on Marketplace.
There's one granny who's taking back control. Meet Daisy, an AI-generated persona created by British telecom company O2.
Hello, scammers. I'm your worst nightmare. I'm an AI created by O2 to waste phone scammers' time.
Just like our scambusters, fraud calls that get flagged get rerouted to Daisy, who then keeps them on the line.
Because while they're busy talking to me, they can't be scamming you. And let's face it, dear, I've got all the time in the world. Speak soon, scammers.
So, how to protect what's yours?
I want to share a couple tips that can help keep you and your family safe from scams.
Our scambusters will bust out some tips after the break. We've saved nearly a dozen potential victims from losing their life savings.
We're just trying to make sure people like you are protected.
All right, well, thank you.
Rerouting 62 active scam centers targeting people around the world back to us.
Let's face it, Austin James, you know that this is a scam.
Even tapped into a call center in Pakistan so we could see some scammers in action. In the near decade we've been investigating, everyone agrees public awareness is key. So we've created our own public service announcement with our anti-fraud squad.
Hi Canada, I am Jim Browning.
Hey Canada, my name is Ben, also known as Pleasant Green.
Hey Canada, I'm Kitboga, and I want to share a couple tips that can help keep you and your family safe from scams. Whether a scammer tells you that you're winning $1 million or they tell you that you owe $1 million because you're in trouble, They are always going to use a sense of urgency.
They're going to pressure you to just move quickly, and what you need to do when you're feeling pressured or overwhelmed is just to pause, take a breath, maybe say that you need to talk to a loved one.
I need a little bit of time to figure out whether this isn't some sort of scam.
As we talk to scammers, one thing we've learned is they hate dealing with questions. Always feel free to ask a lot of questions.
Why are you asking me to share the code when it says don't share it with anyone?
Have a look closely at the message you've been given. Is there bad spelling? Is the grammar not right?
Scammers are often known to be pretty sloppy, so you can look for typos or for pixelated graphics or things in the emails that just make it look a little off.
Scammers may ask to connect to your computer, and that's always a huge red flag.
Do you want me to download this Ultra Viewer? It says remote desktop software. Letting someone on your computer is basically like giving them the keys to your house. And so if you don't know them, if you don't trust them, there's really no reason that they should be on your computer.
And lastly, if you're in any doubt at all, just ask the person to put whatever it is they want in writing and hang up and do not engage them again.
Our fraud-fighting trio have a message for the scammers out there too.
Scammers watch your videos, and they're gonna watch this video.
I think so, yeah.
What's your message to them?
I know that there are a lot of younger scammers who get involved in industry. I'd say part of me wants to say to them to just run away, to not lose your morality, not throw your ethics aside.
Because someday you may call somebody who sounds like an old lady and seems to be about to give you money, but it could actually be Jim Browning. Please, please reconsider what you're doing. Look at the bigger picture.
The three of you are such big names that scammers are watching this. What's your message to them?
You know the hurt that you cause. You might think that the people that you hurt will be fine, but these scams leave big repercussions. There are better ways to make a living. You have the world at your fingertips. You can do a better job of living a life.
Sometimes these times don't make a lot of sense.
When you can only wonder, what next?
It's tough times. How to protect your family, your home, your health.
If things don't go as planned and your paycheck doesn't go as far.
Family for cost of living is actually substantially up there.
One thing that's not going anywhere is us.
So we're following a stolen car right now. We've got the goods.
And we'll point out the bad. Are you a fugitive? Lau. He hung up.
For you, but not without you.
So what is next? What should we be investigating?
Now people have to pay for some medical costs, and that's astonishing.
When you try to go down that rabbit hole to find out, like, oh, is this like really made in Canada?
Okay. You want us to go down that rabbit hole?
Please do.
We want to know because
this is my marketplace.
This is my marketplace.
This is my marketplace.